Hey Laparinos, Avi from Of Science and Swords here once again, and today we've got special guest, Minion Hannah, also known as the matriarch of the Thadian host. So, we've got some of the new soldier and noble armor, or we've got some of the new weapons.
What would be easier to unbag?
The weapons are right next to my feet.
Then show me the weapons.
Alright. So, first up is the new, this is new Caprine sword. Ooh. As in Capricorn. As in, It's very goatee. Is a sword of Aries.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That is pretty. Look at some of this detail. Oh, that's so nice. And it's, what is it? This is the same as the hybrid?
Yes, that is part of the hybrid range.
Yeah. So it's that's slightly harder on the handle, so it's actually going to retain all of that detail and not get anywhere near as damaged. That's so good. But the blade, good old Epic Armoury squishy, soft goodness.
Chuck us one of them shields. Let's give it a test whack, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Which one do you want? Punchy?
Let's go with the punch grip.
Punchy? Or what is its official name? Sorry.
The Black Auxiliary.
The Black Auxiliary. There you go. Oh, I like this one. This is very pretty.
All right, and now like give me a hit like you don't like me. You're right about the shield being super light. Like you don't even notice that.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with that shield. And this too. This is so pretty.
I might have to get one of these and just like put teeth, big teeth on it. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I'll
how I roll.
believe you when I see it.
When I find time. All right. So, for those of you that are Skyrim fans, which according to our Facebook statistics is roughly 97%, this is our Draugr sword. So, for those who are unaware, Draugr are not actually from Skyrim. They are legitimate Scandinavian mythology, and they're basically like Norse zombies. They were the spirits of dead warriors who were basically there to make the tomb safe for the chieftain and occasionally come back and fight for the villagers. But generally speaking, they were as powerful as what you see in Skyrim. So, thoughts on the sword?
I'm liking it. Again, the same with the Caprine. There's really nice little detail here on the hilt, but at the same time, like that's fairly decent hard. That could take a hit and won't lose any detail. But these guys, I like it. And it's really well balanced. I mean, it is a short sword. I much prefer short swords because, I'm not exactly a one-handed person.
That one's going to be available up to 115 centimeters.
Ooh, well this is the 85. Oh yeah, I can see that. Nice. I can see a lot of undead warriors using this thing. This would be so good.
Alright, now thoughts on the pre-done battle damage, because we've had a lot of people who think it looks awesome, we've had a lot of people that think pre-done battle damage looks lame. From our experience with the Palnatoki and the Forgotten Dreams weapons, and also the Kalamazoo veteran range. A lot of people actually thought the first lot of those were seconds. It was cool.
Look, I think it might be a little bit overdone. Like there is a lot of damage on this blade. I think it would be better if it was like not so much like in the center of the blade, but more just on the edges.
A little bit too overdone.
I think it's a little bit too overdone.
I think it needs a little bit of rust and maybe even a couple of actual sort of gouges to really give that aged look. This just looks battle.
And I reckon you're right with the rust. If you're going to do battle damage, it needs to have a little bit, not much, because warriors do look after their swords.
Yes.
Trust your gear.
Particularly those of you in the disfavored legions.
Because I mean, if you're going to have a battle damage sword, obviously you're going to have to look after it to make sure that you don't really have the option to replace. So yeah. But no, I think, look, it's good. This is what, the first release of this thing?
This is the first release of the Draugr.
I feel like that if it was going to do a second release, maybe a little less battle damage, maybe more along the bladey parts and less along the...
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Well, you did say that you like short weapons, so next up, short mace.
Oh, goody! I was actually thinking of getting a mace soon. I like it. Nice little short head. Lots of, like, impact damage. I like it.
Alright, I think this is another one that's going to require a shield test. Maybe I should just keep the shield here.
You probably should.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I like this one. I like the wood grain too.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
That has actually improved since the first gen of EA weapons.
Maybe you gotta bring it up, yeah.
That wood grain's actually really nice. It looks a lot more realistic than when they were sort of like carving
Oh, it extends all
in.
the way down to the base of the hill too.
Oh, it's got it on the base as well. Okay. Alright. You want me to copy it?
Yep, clobber. So, how's it feel on the clobbering?
That's good. I feel very... Oh yeah! This is
Gonna crush some skulls!
Yeah, this is not a weapon of finesse, this is a weapon of melting the shit.
A weapon of the clergy. I cast heal light wounds.
I feel like this is going to be that good sort of like backup mace. It's not your mace of Sauron, which is the look at my power. This is the kind of mace that's just like, yep, this is my good backup axe, and this is always going to be axe mace. This is going to be my,
Mace, deodorizing spray. Oh my eyes!
Yes, this is the one that people don't expect. Just have it hiding back there.
Well, if we're talking about priests,
Oh, boy.
we're talking about warriors of the light.
Oh boy!
After a bit of a production delay, which we are very sorry about, there were issues. There are often production issues when you've got new things that are trying new things. In this case, we're trying a little bit of a Trident, and a little bit of a Trident turned out to be a lot of a mistake on the first couple of tries, but now we're very confident in it. If I can... There we go. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. So this is the Spear of Light
Oh my god!
for heroes!
I hope I didn't break the camera.
That's okay, the mic has a sock on it.
Okay, good. Oh my god. That's so nice.
Now, this has been built to be thrust safe. It actually has tube tipping all the way from there to about there.
Ooh, fantastic.
Whether it's approved for thrusting at your local game is up to your local game marshals, of course, but you can give someone a good solid poke. This will last through a lot of it. Yep. That's my squidgies.
It's the best bit to stab though. That's so
yeah.
nice. The only thing I'm worried about with this one is obviously catching and hooking. Have we got any sort of reinforcing in there?
I don't believe so. It's just using tough foam. So let's...
It is a bit tougher there than it is on the blade.
Let's just give a quick... So, hold on, let's tilt it that way. As you can see, I've got that to a fair bend, but that is actually sort of giving a bit. However, if you get hooked that badly...
You're probably fighting wrong.
Yeah. Thank you for saying it. I didn't want to do other people.
This is so nice. And I am a two-hander preferred. This is so cool.
I reckon if you put just some socks over that end of it as well, so no one saw the blade, you'd be like, no, it's totally a healing staff.
Oh. Everyone knows that you can't heal with sharp pointy things.
Alright.
So nice.
So, while we were talking about Skyrim and the Draugr before...
What's this one called? The Spear of Light.
That's the Spear of Light.
Spear of Light. And look, you know what? Even if you really... me personally, I love my blue. But if you really wanted to custom paint this, you probably could. You could change that up to be whatever colour you really wanted. I like the gemstones on it too.
Yeah. So...
This is the fancies.
Yeah, go for it. So, we were talking about Skyrim before, and a lot of people's first go of Elder Scrolls, in any respect, was Skyrim, but a lot of the weapon sets in Skyrim are actually holdovers from previous ones. One of the really popular Elder Scrolls sets of weaponry is glass weapons.
I love it!
This is the new Elven Wing Axe, but if you were to just make that a shiny metallic green, you have the glass axe, which we will definitely be doing with one of these, by the way. Oh yeah.
That. And again, with the new pretty wood grain as well. Look at that. That's so nice. Oh, that is so pretty. I love it.
All right, let's.
We didn't really set up well for actually swinging. And
no. Well, there's limited space here.
I'm just gonna move this shield out of the way so I don't step on it.
All right.
Because as tough as these weapons are, probably shouldn't be stepping on.
Yeah. My one concern is because it's a bardiche style, so we've got core all the way through there, but this is just reinforced. I don't know how well that's going to stand up in actual field conditions.
The gold bit there
it's quite solid.
Quite solid.
Yeah.
The blade itself is, your good Epic Armoury squishiness.
Yeah. The weak point is going to be if someone manages to get something caught in there. Wow! I just realised how it's seen that. Yeah.
Maybe there. Oh well.
Well, let's give it a good whack, and then let's grab another sword and.
Oh, that was terrible, Hannah. Do it again.
That's better. Yeah. Oh, we lost the tag.
Oh.
So thoughts on the swing?
That was nice and solid too. I'm not used to using an axe, so it probably didn't make a good thumpy noise if I gave this axe to Tom. But at the same time, that is really decent.
All right, now let's
It's super pretty.
I was gonna say let's just grab that, get something hooked in there.
Okay.
So
Your one is bending so much.
can you see that on the camera? Cool. All right, so at the top seems to be fine. Let's see what happens if we get something hooked in the middle. So
I mean, as rare as this is going to happen.
yeah, like you would require some. Yeah, wow, that's not going
planning.
anywhere. You require some of the best swordsmanship or the worst.
Blurst.
What?
Cool.
That's good. I really like the extra little sort of shaping at the bottom and there at the top as well.
That's for bringing it into the Nadgery zone.
You know we don't do crotch heads.
Maybe.
But no, I actually find it's good because I like to feel where my weapon is in my hands, and so if I need to shift my
I've
grip,
noticed, yeah, like right up here, there's something that's going to prevent you from going too far up the haft.
like because I don't want to put my hand right up there under the blade because
Yeah.
I've got that little nubbly bit there, and I'm just going to get to there
And
and
that'll
stop.
allow you to actually use it in close and use that for its full effect as a guard.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that shaping on the handle.
All right. So we had
What else you
the
got for me?
what else? Well, like just to look at me and to judge from my Melbourne issue black clothing.
Hey,
yeah,
hey.
it's it's very very nice. You've done the two-tone Melbourne with some blue.
The two-tone Melbourne.
We've got the Gothic axe. That was a long bow to draw. I'm sorry.
That was a long one, and
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. It's probably just I'm very tired.
Ah,
So it's
that's so pretty.
Ooh.
I'm going to be straight up honest. Just looking at that, I do not see the reinforcement strip on the underside, which is not a great sign. It may be another situation like the hacks, but you win some, you lose some, and then you go back to the drawing board and have to yell at the guys in the production queue. Alrighty. So,
At first I looked at that hook being so
Yeah.
far down and I was like, oh my god, that bent in transit. But no,
that's actually designed like that.
that
That's-
is exactly how it's supposed to be.
It's like a hangnail. So this part is actually designed for giving someone a good poke, but I don't think any of our local games are going to allow that.
That's nice and soft and squishy all the way down to,
Yeah.
oh wow.
Yeah, like the core doesn't even start until about where it connects.
I think it's into the actual block there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And it's all nice and soft and squishy and it just gets harder on the way down.
Yep.
That's nice, I like that. You can see a little bit of that reinforcement tape.
Yeah, which
On the
unfortunately is at the
inside there.
side.
But at the same time, I mean, if someone is looking that close at your axe, you're close enough to hit them.
Well, let's give it a go. Let's see how it feels on the hit. Oh yeah. So like, there's a little bit of a texture thing going on the hilt as well, just because people are complaining that it's like way too smooth on the older designs.
Like, I really like the leather wrap handles on some of the older designs, like on the new mace that we've got there. But this is a different design. This is like a whole piece rather than a spiral of leather. That's good.
And it's also bulges out so that it grips properly in the middle of the
Get
hands.
some silicon off. Oh yeah, that is good. Yeah, I like that.
All right, give us a whack. My kidneys. A squealy
Sorry, that was a
stooge.
bit low. Sorry. No, that's good. I didn't want to collar you too hard, but it's nice and solid. I like it.
Good.
I'd be a bit worried, like that was a bit more.
Yeah, I'm also a little bit concerned. Let's do the.
Let's do the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So this is not a good axe for
Don't
accidentally hooking with.
Don't hook. Whack, maybe poke if your game allows it, but
Yeah.
yeah,
No hooking.
don't hook with that.
Also, the reverse side 100% would not have been designed for that either. That's purely decorative. But maybe you'll accidentally get someone on the backswing.
Tin can opener.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's about opening your sardines.
Or, aldermen who are in full plate.
That's true.
Alright, what else have we got?
What else you got?
Oh, I know what we got.
I mean, all the pretties.
Yes.
All of the things that I totally can't afford. Actually, I probably can afford them if I was like to use zip pay at Offside and Sellers.
Now, ZipPay, for those who are unaware, is actually a debt mechanism. You should always read the product disclosure statement to decide whether it is right for you. The Ripper Chain Knife.
God.
So for those of you who are more into your Fallout or post-apoc kind of thing, your Warhammer 40k sort of settings, this one is, like, you can hit people with it, but it's going to be predominantly decorative, because the moment that these get stuck on someone's armor...
I mean, they're not too bad. I mean, unless you're going up against someone with chainmail, it's going to be like, you're probably going to bend them down more than rip them up. Maybe that one.
Yeah.
That one's going to go first, I reckon.
I mean, it's meant to be a chainsaw weapon, so really you're not really meant to follow through. You just sort of like whack them and hold it there, and then make it
Good. I feel good.
We have fun here.
This is very nice. And again, with the leather wrap handle, nice and comfy. Good little knuckle guard there too. This is definitely a weapon for someone with my sized hands. Probably not with gauntlets on. It's like the chain dagger almost.
Yeah, that's basically what we. So
And
now we've got the
in
chainsaw.
comparison to this one.
We've got the chain épée. Ha
So now we have the whole
Yeah.
whole family now.
And the Space Marine Trident and the third chainsword just right. And then the Mama Tyrannid came home, and the Papa Tyrannid came home.
Get me another weapon.
All right. So, are you feeling more hack or slash?
We've just had a hack. Give me a slash.
Okay. So the next thing coming out is one of the new hybrid swords. It is the Nightmare Blade.
Nightmare blade.
I really like the way that they're actually reinforcing these hilts. It gives me a lot of, just this. It means that they'll survive transit very nicely.
Like, I've marveled before at the sheer amount of cardboard, but having that little bit of foam would really help it. Nightmare blade.
So, for those who are more into their games like Soul Calibur, or, Tekken, that's the one I'm thinking of.
The damage effect on that blade, much nicer. I like that a lot.
The chunks taken
more.
out and a little bit less damage.
A little bit less damage because it looks like you've actually used it, and whereas the other one was like, someone's stepped on it and like put their Sabaton into it or something like that.
And we've got some nice spiky, teethy little bits on the hilt.
Yes, this one. There we go. Hilt detail on that one, quite pretty. Again with the hybrid style handle, nice and tough there. Oh, that's so nice.
All right, give it a swing.
Can you tell I like the hybrid style? I really do.
Look, they're quite popular. We've been listening to product feedback, and
that's hand and a half for me.
oh yeah, you could easily do like a 140 centimeter variant using that hilt.
Yeah. Which version is this
Cough,
one?
cough. That's the 100 centimeter variant.
I like it. That's so nice.
So yeah, what do you think
Actually,
of the swing?
for someone who has played a Chaos character before, if I was to go end up doing sword and board, I'd get this.
Nice.
I would genuinely get this.
And
Might give it a custom paint because you know I'm special like that. But
look, we encourage people making things their own. Epic Armoury is aimed at being an entry-level brand, and it's there so that it's cheap enough that you can customize it how you like and never feel like it's too expensive to put your own touch to it.
Which I have done on a couple of things, but I'm going to have to decide which one of these to get first.
So, in a complete sock drawer to your "Hey, how are ya" intro, Tomahawk. That was unscripted, by the way.
That
This
was
is all
terrible.
like straight off the bat.
I like the little detail, like the little
Yeah.
V cuts in the top there. That's quite cute. I like that. Very basic little guy though.
It's basically for those that like the hacks but don't like the gothic styling of it. You know, you want a hammer,
The
you want an
tag's just going to
axe.
fall straight off the bottom.
Oh yeah. No.
Ah, this would be a really good sort of backup axe. This is going to be your
Draw it from the back.
chuck it in there. This is going to be one of those pull it out. Close quarters axe. I like it.
So give it a whack. Then I want to actually try something. I actually want to try throwing that, which I know is not game legal like anywhere here, but I want to see if it works.
Okay. This is special stuff. Anyway.
Alrighty. Any
Nice.
damage to the axe head?
No.
No. Nice.
That's really solid.
How's it
Like
feel
I
on
mean,
swing?
not solid, but like
Yeah.
yeah.
Solid as in quality.
Yes, that's correct.
So how's it feel on the swing?
That I mean, I would like it to have a bit more heft. It does feel a bit light to me. But
That's the reason I want to throw it.
that's why you want to throw it, isn't it? And then you could probably use back end as well. Really. Oh, that's got a bit more of a whack to it.
Yeah, I
like
can
that.
feel that in the grip of the shield.
That's good. That's good. All right,
Alright,
you gonna lob it?
I am. Alright. This is the part where I wish we had 3D. That throws surprisingly well.
Not too bad. Although it wouldn't do the whole, axe throwing into a
Into a crowd? No.
no, into a wooden block.
Oh. Look, generally speaking, most of our enemies have the intelligence of wooden blocks. Or at least that's what we say on the battlefields. You gonna throw it back?